start our traveling clown show. The first name that we were going to go by was, what was it, Albert?
It was the jelly beans, but we decided that that caused mass argument among the group because some people really hated that name for some reason.
Jelly beans have always made my tummy sick with the texture and the graininess of them. So I thought, that was a sickening idea.
Yeah, Andre, didn't Larry throw a chair through a window in the mere suggestion of that name?
Not just any chair, but the only non-broken chair in our dressing room.
The chair was very old, and I was donating it to Goodwill through the window.
Yeah, we've heard that story, haven't we, Albert? And that is how we wound up with the name, the Sour Patch Kids.
Right.
Then there was the lawsuit from the Sour Patch Kids, and we had to change it to the Sour Patch Clowns. So that's how we landed on the name for our troupe, the Sour Patch Clowns.
Right. Sorry I'm late. I remember I had a problem with being late when we were together in the first place, so I apologize.
You showed up after the chair incident, had gone through the window and we were leaving, and then you showed up after that and you were like, I'm here to name the group then.
I don't really have a concept of time. Don't really know how to look at a clock or wristwatch. Confuse me completely.
No one ever taught this guy to tell time, and that's tragic.
You remember the time that we were 10 minutes late to perform for the Queen of Sweden? They didn't let us in the palace.
I do remember that, and I also remember when we went to leave the country, they were so angry about it that they gave us a rough time at the airport, if I remember right. Didn't they delay us, and they wanted to thoroughly search everything.
It got to the point, they were so mad at one time, we all had to travel in cargo. Yeah.
You said 10 minutes before. I don't really understand what a minute is.
Okay. A minute is if you count to 60. That's a minute.
Okay. What's the count? And what is 60?
One of us is still wearing our clown costumes from that time.
I thought it would be appropriate. I thought it would be quite appropriate to put my clown clothes back on.
You see, we've been all broken up as the Sour Patch Clowns for 10 years now, and we still have the same problems.
The same exact problems, yeah.
Yep.
Whenever you would notice that the audience was no longer interested, you would always do that thing that got their attention.
Oh, yeah. Andre is referring to my special move. It was called the whirly-doo-dop. And I had a whole group of fans that followed me just because of the whirly-doo-dop. It was a very dangerous move, and I needed several people to spot me. And that was the problem with you being late all the time. You weren't there to catch me every single time.
Yep, I was late for that. You got injured. Injured pretty badly.
The funny thing about the whirly-doo-dop is even if I was not successful and I fell and I hit my head, the crowd still cheered. So they enjoyed it just for the excitement of it, I think.
Yeah, the crowds are barbaric. Let's be honest. They do like a little blood sometimes.
Yeah. Yes. In fact, my doctor told me after the first 4 times that it happened, he said, Albert, you cannot do the whirly-doo-dop anymore because you're injuring your brain. And I just could not let my fans down.
No, there was that one time Albert was in the hospital with a broken ankle because he got dropped on the floor again during his stunt.
That was my fault again.
Yeah.
I apologize, Albert. I apologize. I'm not very present, I appear to be.
It's okay. It's all water under the bridge at this point, We've
all water. I'm famished. I would love some water under the bridge.
when Albert was in the hospital, the fans were so upset because they couldn't see the big whirly-doo stunt. So I had to invent a new one. And so for the week that Albert was laid up in the hospital, I performed my own stunt to satisfy the fans, and it was called the Bebop-a-Loo Bop. And it didn't go well.
Yes, you were injured quite horribly.
Well, despite it not going well, though, by the time I came back, I had lost all my fans to Andre, and no one wanted to see my whirly doo-dop anymore. They wanted to see Andre's stunt, the Babaloo, what did you call it?
The Bebop-a-Loo Bop.
Bebop-a-Loo Bop, and so it created a lot of animosity between me and Andre at that point because we felt like we were in competition for the most.
Andre is a bit anemic and bleeds quite profusely, and the crowd loves the bleeding.
And Larry had to break up a few fights with the three of us.
Yeah, you know, when I was perfecting my move, the shooby dooby dooby, I really, had to spend a lot of time just, kind of being a referee between these two.
You were always kind of the peacemaker of the group, Larry, and, we really appreciated that. That was really nice of you.
Yeah, I go two ways. Either I'm throwing chairs or, I make peace. That's how it is.
That's true. Well, you would have your fits, but I think most of the rest of the time, you were the one that brought us back together. I mean, you're the one that got us talking today.
Okay, guys, on the count of 3, let's all do our favorite move, okay?
Okay.
For the Sour Patch Clowns. 1, 2, 3. Ow!
I think I broke something. I think I broke my face.
No, I'm bleeding, guys. I'm bleeding real good.
The pain.
Oh.